All right, let's talk about something we've probably all felt, that Sunday night dread of the weekly Excel report. Today, we're going to show you how to flip that script, turning a stressful, manual chore into an automated, reliable workflow that actually, works. Let's dive in.
I mean, does this hit close to home or what? That feeling that you're one wrong copy-paste away from the entire report just imploding? It's like a weekly tightrope walk. But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be this way.
And we're not just making this up, we're basing this on the brilliant work of Dr. Ala Al-Sarhan. The whole idea here is to change how we think about Excel. We're going to turn it from that high-strung, anxiety-inducing part of your job into a calm, capable, and best of all, automated coworker.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We've talked a bit about the struggle. Next, we'll get into prompting like a pro. Then, we'll tackle the big one, building trust in automation. And we'll wrap up by showing you how to build your very first automated report. All right, let's get practical, because the real secret to making AI work for you is learning how to talk to it. Think of it less like coding and more like giving crystal clear instructions to a new coworker who takes everything you say literally.
Now this is the secret sauce from Dr. Ala Al-Sarhan's work. It's a reusable framework that just works. Let me walk you through it. First, role. You tell the AI who to be. Act as a finance analyst. Next, task. What exactly should it do? Build a summary dashboard. Then, context. Where's the data? It's in the raw_export sheet. Now, these next ones are absolutely crucial. Examples, don't you dare let it guess. You tell it KPI means revenue. Then, constraints. These are your safety nets. Tell it to create validation checks on its own work. And finally, tone. How should the output feel? Make it concise and audit-friendly. Seriously, following these 6 steps is the difference between getting a mess and getting a masterpiece every single time.
And here's a perfect example of what I mean. On the left, fix my formulas. That's basically a wish. It's a hope. But look at the right. That's a command. It's telling the AI exactly what error to find, where to find it, and what to do about it. Specificity is everything.
This one is so important. An AI will try to be helpful, and that's the danger. It'll guess what you mean by active user, and that guess could be completely wrong. The fix on the right is brilliant. You're giving it an escape hatch. You're telling it, hey, if you're not sure, don't guess. Just flag it for me. This keeps you in control and ensures your report is built on facts, not assumptions.
And please, please, please remember this order. This is non-negotiable. You absolutely cannot build a trustworthy dashboard on a mountain of messy data. You have to clean and standardize your data first. Get your dates right, fix the numbers, clean the IDs. Then you can build your pivot tables to summarize it all. And only at the very end do you get to make the pretty charts and graphs.
Okay, so you know how to talk to the AI. But which AI are you talking to? Let's quickly go over choosing the right tool for the right job, because they're not all the same.
This is a super helpful little guide. So if you're working inside Excel, fixing formulas, building out a dashboard, you're going to use something called Excel Agent Mode. Think of it as the AI that lives right there in your spreadsheet. Now, for the really heavy lifting, like taking a messy data export and turning it into a beautiful, clean table, Power Query is your absolute workhorse. And finally, when you need to write that email summary to your boss explaining what the numbers mean, that's a perfect job for a tool like ChatGPT. It's a great place for beginners to start.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Trust. This is the biggest hurdle for so many of us. I mean, how can we really trust the numbers if we didn't copy, paste, and check every single cell ourselves?
This right here. This is the myth that keeps so many people stuck in that manual, stressful cycle. It's this deep-seated fear that automation means we lose control, and we can't be sure about the accuracy. But what if I told you the exact opposite is true?
Just look at this comparison. The old way, well, it's fragile. One tiny human error buried in a formula can bring the whole thing crashing down, leading to those awful meetings where everyone's arguing about which number is the real number. Now, look at the better way. The AI doesn't just build the dashboard, it also builds a validation tab. Your job changes from being a manual data mover to a strategic reviewer. You're not hunting for mistakes, you're just glancing at a checklist that proves everything ties out. Now, which one of those sounds more trustworthy to you?
And this is the core idea I really want you to take away today. Trust doesn't come from doing things by hand. Trust comes from having a solid, repeatable, and verifiable process. A well-built automated system with checks and balances is, frankly, way more reliable than someone frantically copy-pasting at 10 p.m. Now for any managers or team leads out there, this is your playbook for rolling this out without causing total chaos. It's simple governance. First, standardize your definitions. Everyone agrees on what revenue means. Second, standardize your inputs. All the data comes from one clean table. Third, make that validation tab mandatory. No report gets shared unless the checks pass. And fourth, use the AI to create a simple checklist for the team to follow. This isn't bureaucracy, it's clarity, and clarity builds trust.
All right, we've gone through the why and the how. Let's put it all together. Let's talk about a simple flow you can use to get your first win, maybe even this afternoon.
Here it is. It's this simple. Pick just one of your recurring reports. The trigger? When that weekly data export lands in your inbox. Your action? You paste that raw data into your workbook. You run your AI prompt to clean it up. And, this is the most important part, you glance at that validation tab to make sure it's all good. And the output? A perfectly updated dashboard. And maybe even a ready-to-go summary paragraph for your email. It's a small change that makes a huge difference.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Seriously, take a second and think about it. If your main report broke tomorrow, which 3 numbers would cause the biggest panic? And what are the unwritten, unspoken rules for how those numbers are calculated? The answer to that question isn't just an exercise. It's the first step to building a reporting process that doesn't just work, but that can actually heal itself. Stay curious.